upper90studios.com.
Fantasy Premier League tips and cheats. Welcome back to another FPL video. We're going to be talking about the 5 biggest fails in Fantasy Premier League this season and how to correct them. It's been a disastrous start to this season, unlike anything we've ever seen before. So in order for us to move forward, we have to accept and acknowledge what's happened. Here we go. Start with number 1, selling Marcos Alonso. He was the first name on our team sheet this season. Our core pick for our team, he was the number 1 pick. First game week 1 against Burnley at Stamford Bridge. 2 red cards for Chelsea, including Gary Cahill, their captain. They conceded 3 goals at home. So what do? We sell Alonso. Scores twice, 16 points game week 2. And the manner in which Chelsea won, Spurs were dominating that game. Something like 15 corners. Chelsea had 2 shots on target, both going in. To their credit, to Chelsea, they don't need that many chances to score. They're probably the most efficient and clinical team in the Premier League. But that was a big blow. It was not fun. On Saturday, we had made a video to talk about our brilliant transfer plan that was selling Alonso and investing on all these players. By Saturday night, Higazi and Mkhitaryan scored these 18 points. So we were so happy. Suddenly on Sunday, bang, brought down to earth. We had to trash the video completely. It took hours to create this video for game week 3. We had to trash it, and here we are now. We're recovering now. But it got even worse because that was on Sunday. Alonso scored 2 goals. Then the replacement we brought in for Alonso, Kyle Walker. He had a clean sheet in his first game. Manchester City looked great with 3 center backs, then 2 wing backs and a defensive midfielder. As soon as we bring in Walker, red card in the first half on his home debut. Couldn't make this up. His first ever Premier League red card on his 200th appearance. Now, Walker's red card was a huge blow for us because it meant extra transfers for a points hit in order to bring Alonso back. We had to free up an extra 0.5 million, so it meant 2 additional transfers. Now, yes, it's a blow to the ego to have to bring Alonso back, but we have to set the ego aside in order to do what's best for our team. Another problem from Walker's red card is it ruined De Bruyne's chances because Manchester City had to play the entire second half down a man. Now, the third thing, this was game week 3, another core player in our team, and we planned this out. We thought he was going to be great for game week 1, game week 2. Of course, he blanked those first 2 games. Then he faces Manchester City. We're talking about Charlie Daniels. Might as well just say it. Charlie Daniels, he's facing Manchester City, who outscored Bournemouth 15-1 in 4 games prior to this game. 13 minutes into game week 3, Daniel scores a goal, the season contender. It's unbelievable. You couldn't make it up. That's between Alonso and Daniels is 18 points just in the goals, not even talking about bonus points. So now the players we sold, 18 points. That's almost as many points as we made, as we scored on game week 3. Complete destruction of our team. But don't worry, there's going to be a little bit of a positive at the end. So 13 minutes into game week 3, Charlie Daniels scores that goal, soul-crushing goal. But we're still hopeful because we still have our captain to come. The 4th biggest fail is our captain, LUKAKU. United scored 4 goals in 1 game only once last season, and that was against Leicester. We've seen Leicester's defense collapse a few times recently. We can remember Spurs late last season, and even game week 1 against Arsenal just a few weeks ago. So United were heading into game week 3 with back-to-back 4-0 wins. Lukaku played well. He scored 3 goals. So they get a penalty against Leicester. And Schmeichel was smart. He came off his line. He took a big step forward. And he got a big hand to it. No excuses. Our captain misses a penalty. 0 points. Then Kane, top scorer last season, blanks against Burnley at home. 8 shots on target. How many times has he hit the post already? We have to accept the negatives. Don't think of them as, in this case, you can't really think of it as mistakes because you're following your instinct. You're going by what you're seeing on the pitch. And what you're seeing on the pitch is not translating into FPL points. There's nothing you can do about it. but you still can focus on the positives in order to stay mentally strong in the game. And that's this entire time, when everything has gone against us, we've always stayed on the right side of price changes. And having a high team value can be crucial later in the season. It's a key reason why our team has finished in the top 1 to 2% every year since 2007. Now, if you've had a rough start to the season, don't worry. We have plenty of time to make up ground. Even if you're already 60, 100 points behind your mini league leader, we've been playing for 10 years, and can't tell you how many times we've been down 60 points, 100 points from the leader with just 2 to 3 game weeks left, and we make it back almost every single time. And one of the biggest reasons for that is because we always keep an eye on our team value. In our Game Week 1 video, we said that we considered last season our worst ever season in 10 years playing. But looking back, at the end of the Christmas period, we had dropped to 1.6 million in the overall rank. We dropped to 1.6 million at the start, January 1st. And we still fought back to finish in the top 2% out of 4.5 million players. So that was January 1st. We're now starting September. So don't worry if you've had a difficult start. Don't forget to subscribe to our email list and get your free fixture difficulty cheat sheet. Click the Fantasy Premier League tab at upper90studios.com. If you're on a computer, it's at the top right of the page. If you're on the phone, it's at the bottom. See you soon.